Hey, I'm Austin Haygood.
And I'm Felicia Wallman.
Welcome to the November 2019 edition of Paulding Post.
With Thanksgiving coming up, it has me thinking about what I'm thankful for. At the top of my list is, of course, family and friends. What about you, Austin?
Family, friends, and being able to work with Team Paulding is always a great pleasure. We want to wish everybody that's watching, everybody in Paulding County, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great November, and let's check out the show. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's
Stargirl. We sat down with Emily Shipp with the Dallas Theater to talk about her role as liaison for film productions in Dallas.
Stargirl, as many of you know, is the newest addition to the city's film production resume. Emily gave us an awesome interview, so let's get the cameras rolling and see what she had to say about Stargirl.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for talking with us today.
You're welcome. It's nice to be here.
Can you tell us what you do for the city of Dallas?
Yes, I am actually the manager of the Theater and Civic Center. So we've got two venues that a lot of times folks in the city do not realize there's two venues here. We've got the historic theater, and on the back side we have the newly renovated and added on Civic Center space.
Well, we heard you had a special position working with the Stargirl production team as a liaison for Dallas.
Yes, it just makes sense for the department that is involved with production and theater to be involved with the filmings that happen down here in the city. It also was convenient because the first scenes that were filmed here were filmed interior of the theater. So it just kind of became part of what we do here. And yes, I am the city liaison, so any filmings that are downtown on public city property do come through me as far as scheduling and working with our department heads. You've got to incorporate the police department, the public works department, the marshal, all of that. So that all falls under my realm of duties here for the city, and it's something I very much enjoy.
Well, did you get to meet any of the cast?
Working with Jeff Johns was absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know who Jeff Johns was. I'm not a comic person, and Shelley, my assistant manager, and her husband are hardcore comic folks from all those classics, and Jeff Johns is the name of all names in the comic world. He wrote Stargirl. It is a tribute to his sister who was lost in a plane crash when she was a teenager. It is a story among many. He has worked on every big DC project you could possibly imagine, written for Green Lantern. I mean, he is DC Comics. He's phenomenal. So getting to work with him behind the scenes, to sit behind the camera and the monitors while we were filming some stunts on Main Street and getting his take and the director's take on what was happening. For the theater nerd in me, that was way more exciting than meeting any of the stars, because that's the kind of stuff that is very special and unique to what we get to do here, and an experience that I won't get to have very often. So it was really, really cool.
Do you know why Dallas was chosen to be Blue Valley, Nebraska?
First and foremost, the city of Dallas is a film-ready city. That is something our mayor and council worked hard to make sure happened here, which basically means that we are welcoming and ready for groups to come down and film. Ironically, we had a filming from Legacies, which is also a Warner Brothers production, back last November. And one of the location scouts for that show had been out here and left Legacies, was moving on to Stargirl, and knew what they were looking for in Stargirl, and that was a hometown atmosphere, very Americana, a very family feel. And he was like, hey, I was just in this small town. They're fantastic to work with. It's a beautiful little town. It's exactly what you're looking for. They bring the whole production crew out, Jeff Johns, the directors, and they fell in love when they got here.
So having Dallas chosen, how does that benefit the city?
Oh wow, that's huge. First and foremost, it's exposure for the city, right? It's a small town. It is another spot here in the state of Georgia that is bringing in more film revenue, which, as we know, it's the Hollywood of the South, right? It's the new place for filming to take place. When there are production companies down here, you might have noticed that some of the awnings were replaced on some of the buildings. The production company prefers to use local companies and businesses to make that happen. They don't bring in like their companies from Atlanta or farther out. They ask us, hey, we need an electrician. Who do you recommend? Hey, we need to do this. We need new awnings. We need new signage. Is there anybody local that you would recommend? Their goal and desire is to put more money back into our community. So, I mean, it's a win-win for all of us, for sure.
That does sound great. So what other productions have you worked with?
Oh, let's see. We started out with Joyful Noise. There was Forever My Girl, which came out a few years ago. Super sweet little love story that was filmed right here. The community coffee mural on the side of the building right there near Paulding Trophy. That was actually done for that movie, and we loved it. And I mean, the owner of the building loved it, and we're like, yeah, we can totally keep that. Legacies back last fall, and then of course most recently there was 13 episodes of Stargirl, and the city of Dallas was featured in 11 of those 13 episodes.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize there had been that many.
Yep, they film all, it's a streaming show. So that's the new hot thing, right? Everything's streamed and released all at one time. And Stargirl will be released, we're thinking, probably about the beginning of 2020. And it will be released in its entirety. So the entire season will be released. But there was 13 full episodes, and the city of Dallas was in 11 of the 13. Yeah, it's huge.
Well, thanks for talking to us today and telling us all about this. It sounds like it's a real exciting thing for you to get to be involved with.
Yes, for sure.
Was there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I would just say that, if you have any questions about filming here in the city, don't hesitate to give me a call. Reach out via email. I'll be happy to answer. And we know as the city that it can be a little bit inconvenient at times, but it's well worth it for the city and for the community as a whole in the end, and to be patient and to enjoy it, because it will be super fun come January when we get to see our small town featured in such a way. So,
Thank you.
Deep in the unknown depths of Paulding County, Georgia, we stumbled upon a pond filled with exotic koi fish.
We met with the pond's caretaker, John, to find out how these beautiful fish ended up here in Paulding County.
Crikey!
We're here with John from DOT. He works in our traffic ops. John, tell us about this project, this little gem that's hidden in one of our parks.
Well, it's a pond. It's 2,200 gallons. 2.5 years ago, it was stagnant. The plumbing was broken. It wasn't working. There was no electricity running to it at the time. So I thought, well, I could take some of my koi fish from home and bring them here if I got this up and running. Got the fire department to help us out. They were able to one day bring in 3 tankers in with their training crew. He had to get another waterfall, he had to get more plumbing, he had to get more plumbing connectors, things like that. But once I got it all done, I got building maintenance helped me with getting electricity run back out here. And I brought in my own personal pump and a filter and got it up and running. But I have my koi in it, I've got brim in it. There's some comets, goldfish comets in it, and about 100 tiny little minnows that came out of my dad's pond at home.
Thank you, because it is a lovely addition, and I didn't know it was here, so it is a hidden gem.
I didn't know it was here either at first, but it's here now, and it's looking really good, and very proud of it. Very proud of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
On this month's edition of Project Paulding, we caught up with Jimmy Renfroe, our building maintenance manager, to find out more about how they are helping to light up the county.
Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for talking with us today. We understand that you and your team are about to undergo a new project at Mount Tabor Park. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, ma'am. We're fixing to change out all the parking lot lighting there. It's a total of 29 light fixtures to a new LED light that will be cheaper for us to operate on power consumption, and it'll also provide a brighter light and more light coverage than what we have now.
About how long will this project take?
It should take about a week for us to start and finish the project.
How is this project being funded?
It is being funded by SPLOST.
What other projects can you tell us about?
Well, recently we have changed all of the gym lights at Taylor Farm and Mount Tabor to LED lighting, cutting down on power consumption there. We've also changed out all the tunnel lights on the Silver Comet Trail to LED lights. And we've also changed all the lights in the building here on the first floor to LED lights. So all of this means more energy efficient lighting for us for the county. But we've really enjoyed working with Michael Justice at Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs and helping them with their maintenance needs.
Well, thank you for talking to us, and thank you for all that you do for us in the county.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this month's edition of Paulding Post.
We hope you have a fantastic November and great Thanksgiving. And don't forget, now that the time change is here, Change your smoke detector batteries.
Also, don't forget, stay cool, Paulding County.